Does fast always wins? Or does slow take the crown? I don't know. I don't know. I tried to think of a tagline. Sorry, I'm just not well educated in Sonic stuff. I really am not. These are the movies that I feel like I need to watch to understand Sonic. And yet I don't know if this one did. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So we are talking about all three Sonic movies. I'm going to watch Sonic number 3 after I record this. But I just finished watching Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This is the sequel to the 2020 movie that came out that had James Marsden and Jim Carrey and Ben Schwartz and Tika Sumpter. So this is the sequel. So I mentioned before that these were movies I've been trying to get around to for a long time, and I just never really did. When this one came out, I remember being very blindsided, because like I said, when I did the review for the first film, I thought that because it was a live-action adaptations don't do that well. And when they do well, they just aren't respected very well because they're live-action adaptations. I thought the first one was just going to be very moot, just going to be very, it'll be popular, but then people are going to forget about it within a millisecond. That's not what happened. So when Sonic 2 came out, I was thinking it would probably do the Red effect, where if you know about the movie Red and Red 2, two films, honestly, very underrated. They're very underrated. They're really fun action flicks. It did well the first time, but then the second time it just didn't get enough respect back, so they didn't even bother doing a third film. I was thinking, okay, it's probably going to be that same thing. It'll probably do the same effect that the Red movies did. And no, because there was a Knuckles spinoff, and then there's Sonic 3. So, yeah. I might just watch Sonic 3 after I record this, because I didn't get that many responses about if I should just watch Knuckles instead of going straight to Sonic 3. Because I'm planning on just going to Sonic 3, but if Knuckles is essential to the storyline, then I'll probably watch it before Sonic 3. But I didn't get any responses back, so I'm just gonna jump straight to Sonic 3. So, it's fine. But yeah. So, yeah, and I guess there's there's gonna be a fourth and final film, I think. I think this one, the next one's gonna be the final one, but I could be entirely wrong. And then I've heard that there's possibly another TV series spinoff, or not TV series, streaming service series spinoff. So who knows? But yeah. So yeah. So in this one, Sonic is back in this one. Well, duh. Sonic the Hedgehog. His name is in the fucking title. It'd be funny. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but the main character is Scooby-Doo. And so he's back. And when guess who else is back? Robotnik. Sonic, I guess, sent him to a planet of mushrooms. So Sonic, at the ending of the first film, how he defeated him was he threw a golden ring that sent Robotnik into the planet of the mushrooms. So now he's in the planet of the mushrooms, and Robotnik meets another hedgehog, who is red, named Knuckles, who is voiced by Idris Elba. And honestly, and with how Robotnik is in this film, I keep circling back to Idris Elba's villain in Hobbs and Shaw. If you remember that. Because in Hobbs and Shaw, the Fast and Furious spinoff, Idris Elba played a criminal who was like cyber enhanced or whatnot. I don't remember. I legit don't remember. So I keep circling back to that. And I know it's bad that I keep doing that, but like, And like, they even mention Fast and Furious again in this, too. Like, there was a moment when, I don't remember who said what, but it's like, oh, we just can't stop fighting with each other. And then Sonic just says, oh, like The Rock and Vin Diesel? And that's a jab at them. And the thing is, this movie's produced by Neil H. Moritz, who produced Fast and Furious. And you have an actor voicing Knuckles who's played a Fast and Furious villain. Come on. Anyways. Wow. They just want this to be the new video game Fast and Furious, don't they? They just keep reminding us, this is from the people of Fast and Furious. They just want to keep reminding us that, just so you know, this is from the people of Fast and Furious. Just so you know. Anyways, I'm my fucking ADHD. I keep losing track. I keep going off on track. So, Robotnik meets Knuckles, another hedgehog who this time is red. And he's named Knuckles because he has tough knuckles, I think. Or his knuckles have spiky things. I don't know. There's spiky things on his knuckles. I think this is going to be funny because for the people who love Sonic, they're like, I know what you're talking about, Gabriel. Get to the point. But for the people who's never seen Sonic like me, they're like, are you okay? That'd be funny. And Knuckles teams up with Robotnik, and what Robotnik is wanting to do is he wants to find this green emerald, which literally looks like if the Pink Panther diamond was green. Or just your stereotypical normal diamond. I'm bored. I don't know. I'm trying to word things and they don't like to be worded. So yeah, and eventually Sonic ends up meeting this yellow hedgehog bird thing who his name is Tails. And the reason why his name is Tails is because he has two tails, and his tails make him fly. Again, Sonic fans who are watching this are going to be like, I get it, I understand, but people who's never seen Sonic, just like me, are like, how can he fly with his tails? I don't know, he just can. This is bad because it sounds like I'm bashing these movies, and I'm not. I'm trying to explain the logistics, which the logistics don't make a damn lick of sense. So, it's a video game movie. What the hell else do you want me to explain? Wow, we're 10 minutes in, and I haven't even gone to my full opinions yet. So, yeah, and while that's happening, James Marsden, is going to his wife's, played by Tika Sumpter's, wedding, played by Natasha Rothwell. And she's getting married to the dude from Criminal Minds. Shamar Moore. I'm sorry, I only recognize Shamar Moore from Criminal Minds. So, seeing him in this, I'm like, oh, you're a cop. I wasn't expecting to be right. I was not expecting to be right. I was thinking maybe this character is a cop who's, like, marrying her. I was sort of right. I feel like Shamar Moore only plays cops. I swear. What is with you in that typecasting? I just spat on my sweatshirt. Fucking A. What is with Shamar Moore with playing cops? Is that just, like, a popular character he does? That's like... Shit. That's like Jamie Lee Curtis in Psychologists. Jamie Lee Curtis plays a psychologist in NCIS, and she plays a psychologist in Freaky Friday. It's like... What is with you and cops, Shamar? But yeah, and like and this movie is good. I do think this is a good movie. I do, however, think this movie should have been shorter. There's a big chunk of this movie that I feel like you could have just cut out. And the movie will be totally fine as it is. And that's most of the wedding stuff. And here's what I mean. Most of the wedding stuff, because there's a portion where what she thought was going to be her husband was just a huge setup. And it was a setup. He's acting like he was getting married to her. I guess they were trying to trap Sonic and Tails. I don't know. But even then, like, you could have cut most of this out. I feel like you could have just cut that segment out. Okay, here's what I mean. So, because we do see that government guy from the last film who, of course, can't keep his mouth shut about Olive Garden because, gosh knows, we need to have product placement in a video game movie. Come on. It would have made more sense to have Olive Garden in Mario. It'd be stupid, but it'd make more sense than Sonic. Like, wow. But, like, so, and, like, the whole portion is that the government guy was trying to figure out a way how to trap Sonic and Tails. And how he did that was stage a wedding for Tika Sumpter's sister. And have this guy date her for many months. And pretty much be on an undercover work. So that way they could stage the wedding. Here's the thing. Sonic and Tails gets free from their capture not even minutes later. You could have just, like, yes, have a wedding, have the wedding portion of it, but cut out the, but we're trying to stage a wedding type bullshit. You could have just cut that out, and, like, it still would have been fine. And, like, I think... Here's a little bit. I feel like this movie suffers a little. And that is, this movie is so goddamn long. I was not expecting how long the runtime this was. Because the first film was kind of short. The first film had like an hour 36, hour 37 runtime. Like, it was a decent sized movie. Nothing too crazy. This movie is like 2 hours and 2 hours and 3 minutes long. It's 2 hours long. I was not expecting this to be that long. And, like, by the time we hit the scene where Robotnik had officially stolen the emerald in the cave, the scene where he practically betrayed Knuckles, that was the moment where I was saying, okay, when is this movie gonna end soon? I'm like, I like this movie, but, like, I was literally looking at my watch, which is right now an hour ahead, because daylight savings, and I forgot to fucking change it, but, I was, by the time we hit the scene where Robotnik had pretty much betrayed Knuckles and stolen the emerald, I was really feeling the runtime. And I was just... And here's the thing. 2 hour long movies can go pretty fast. They can. You just need to know how to use that time properly. This movie was just a drag to me. This movie felt more like a studio notes. I feel like this movie was intended to be 90 minutes, but I feel like the studio, Paramount, said, oh, no, Transformers is doing pretty well with the 2 hour running time. You gotta make this 2 hours. And so I think they just added a whole bunch of crap that kind of doesn't really belong in the film to make it go to the 2 hour mark. And it was really, and it kind of dragged a little. I feel like you could cut a lot of stuff in this out, and you wouldn't miss it a lot. There's just so much random stuff, too. Like, you have a scene where Sonic and Tails dance to Uptown Funk just to get out of a bar. And, like... Why? Why was that needed? Yes, you had a scene where, Jim Carrey danced to the Poppy family in the first film, but at least that made sense for the weirdness. Why do we need a scene where Sonic dances to Uptown Funk while trying to get out of a bar because these mean old bar people won't let them out? I don't know. I liked this. I did not like it as much as the first. I really didn't. The movie, I felt like... And, like, I'm not saying you can't have a movie like this being 2 hours long. Like, you can. I'm okay if this was a 2 hour long film. You just need to have it being... Well, you had to have the 2 hours mean something. And most of the time it did, but most of the time it didn't. This movie really does feel like a studio note saying, Transformers are 2 hour long films. I think this will benefit from being a 2 hour long film too. God. But, yeah. And another thing. I guess this is also me not being well versed in Sonic. But I'm kind of surprised that Sonic's technically a kid. Maybe I'm just not well versed in the Sonic games and animated series, but I kind of thought Sonic was, like, a pre-adult, like maybe 17 or 18. I didn't think it was like younger. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not well versed in the Sonic games or animated stuff. But because in this film, James Marsden, he keeps talking to Sonic like, "Ooh, family doesn't left behind," and no, you can't do. Because especially in the beginning, when Sonic was trying to save a city block, but ended up destroying it. Which there's a sequence. Well, in the sequence where James Marsden was talking to Sonic, you destroyed a whole city block. Oh, come on, that block is already destroyed. Great, so we're stealing lines from Rush Hour and Bad Boys 2. And B, I never thought I would think James Marsden would be the Dave and Sonic would be the Alvin. Maybe Sonic is an Alvin, and I just don't know. Maybe I'm just not well versed in the Sonic lore. I don't know. I just didn't think it would be like that. So, but yeah. Jim Carrey, I mean, do I really need to talk about Jim Carrey? Jim Carrey steals the fucking spotlight in this film. He even did it in the first film, and I love it. I love Jim Carrey as Robotnik. It's literally just a mixture of all his past characters blended into one, and I just love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So, like, yeah. I don't know. So, I liked this movie. I did not like it as much as the first. I did think the action sequences were pretty cool. I did like the action sequences. It's just by the time we had, like, the final action sequences, it's like, this movie is already getting to lose me. I feel like most of the time I was, like, on the computer trying to do other stuff while watching. It was like, yeah. But I liked this movie. I don't think it's my favorite. I feel like it could be. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that could be trimmed. This is honestly, to me, a very studio note filled film. This just, kind of like Disney, where it has his notes of what you should do in a live action reboot. Otherwise, the directors aren't working for Disney or some shit. I feel like Paramount had their own set of check marks of what they wanted the director to do for this one. And it was very noticeable. I think Paramount knew that 2-hour running times for stuff like Transformers or Star Trek would work for this, and it just didn't, at all. So, I don't know. I've heard the third one's sort of short. It's like 1:48, which is about the time I would. That's like night museum length. So that's fair, I guess. But yeah, so I liked it, but I think I still like the first one more. It's good, but it has some problems. And yeah. I don't know if I've pissed people off with this, but that's my opinion of this. But I honestly liked the first one more, I feel like. But I've also heard the third one's pretty good. I've heard the third one's pretty decent. So, can't wait to see. I just can't wait to see how Keanu Reeves is gonna voice the black Hedgehog. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's really much I want to talk about for this one. But, yeah. What did you think of Sonic the Hedgehog 2? Do you like it? Were you met on it? Or did it piss you off for some reason? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.